We have an unusual Ask a Vet segment this week involving a fairly common health issue for cats that you may not be aware of: feline AIDS. Can a person catch a feline AIDS from a cat? What can you do to guard your pet from feline AIDS? Reporter Jefferson Tyler is with a veterinarian who has answers to your questions.
Ask a Vet this week, we're at the Eastview Animal Hospital, and we're talking to Dr. Jan Tallman. She is a veterinarian here at the Eastview Animal Hospital, and what we're talking to her about today is we're talking to her about feline AIDS. Can you explain what that is?
Okay, so there are two viruses that can cause feline AIDS. One is called feline leukemia virus, and the other one is the feline immunodeficiency virus. The feline immunodeficiency virus is most like HIV that occurs in humans. And it is a virus, or actually both viruses are spread through bite wounds, and they can get them when they're born from their mother. And both of them are can cause anemias, makes the cat's immune system suppressed, so they're more susceptible to viral, bacterial, or fungal diseases.
What are the effects of feline AIDS? What can happen once the cats get feline AIDS?
Well, they can actually be positive and not have any symptoms for a long period of time. So they might go 2, 3, 4 years and have no illness, so it just kind of hangs out in the body. And then when they do become ill, it kind of depends on what happens. They could have a viral infection that they never clear and could eventually lead to their death. They could have a bacterial or fungal disease that would eventually lead to their death. Or there are cases where the virus gets into the bone marrow and suppresses their red blood cell production, and then they die of anemia.
How do cats get feline AIDS? And can dogs get it from the cats, or us get it from the cats? Explain that.
Well, the good thing is that feline leukemia and feline immunodeficiency virus only occur in cats. So humans don't get it, dogs can't get it. They're usually spread, for example, it does happen when the female cat is being bred by the male, but it's because the male cat actually grabs a hold of the scruff of the female with his teeth during the breeding, and so he'll break the skin and can introduce the virus that way. Cats that fight, so if you have two male cats that are fighting for territory, they can spread it that way. And then sometimes the kittens can get it from their mother when they are at birth, and so those are ways that they can get it. They talk about sometimes they can get it through exposure to just the saliva, so sharing a food bowl or a water bowl, though that's rare. We have vaccines that we give for the feline leukemia. There is a vaccine for feline immunodeficiency virus, but the problem with it is once you vaccinate the cat, they will always test positive, and so that is rarely done as far as vaccinating, because then we can't differentiate a positive from a negative. So we just ask that people keep their animal indoors, neuter the animal so they're not wanting to protect their territory and fight, and those things protect the animal besides the vaccine thing.
So, and how does the vaccine work? How much longer can they live because of that?
We always test all kittens when they come in, or if we have a stray that comes in and the owner doesn't know the status, we strongly recommend they do the FELUC FIV test. And then if they are negative, we go ahead and vaccinate the cat. It's a 2-series vaccine given at 9 weeks of age or older for the first vaccine, and then you boost in 3 to 4 weeks, and then it's a yearly vaccine after that.
And so they can live longer with feline AIDS, though, right?
Actually, we don't vaccinate a positive animal because it does not help them or protect them from the virus. So if they're positive, then we would recommend they keep the animal dewormed regularly, that they keep the animal indoors so they can't fight and be exposed to bacteria and viruses and fungals, and so the animal needs to live kind of a pampered, restricted life so they're not out getting exposed to other things that can cause them to die.
Well, thank you very much for that. Now a lot of people know about feline AIDS.